From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Friday, February 2nd. A fugitive is shot and killed in the Bear Motel. A teacher is hurt after a science experiment blows up. And United Way reaches its goal. Here are the details. An inmate who took off from the Plummer Center in Wilmington is dead, shot and killed by officers during an incident early this morning. It happened at about 1 a.m. at the West Motel on Pulaski Highway in Bear. Police say the unidentified suspect tried to ram probation and parole officers, at which point one officer ended up on the hood of the vehicle. Officers opened fire, hit the man, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The officer who was on the hood of the truck was taken to Christiana Hospital with what are being called non-life-threatening injuries. The investigation into what happened continues. Students at H.B. DuPont Middle School in Hockessin were removed from an area of the school yesterday, the scene of a chemical explosion that left a teacher injured. WDEL's Carl Konevsky has more details.
Corporal Jeff Whitmarsh of the Delaware State Police says the explosion happened about 9:30 Thursday morning in a lab at the school before students arrived in the room.
The teacher was preparing for students who were coming into her class a few minutes from the time when the incident occurred. She was preparing for it. She lit an object in the class, again preparing for the science experiment. She did not like the way the object she lit was reacting, so she went to set it down on a science table, and when she did that, she was subsequently injured. The
teacher is identified as Kathy King, and Whitmarsh says because King did her preparations before class, students weren't in any danger.
No students were in the classroom at the time of the incident, and no students found or saw her injured. A teacher heard something from the classroom, responded over to check on this other teacher, and saw she was hurt pretty badly, so they called 911 for her to get medical assistance here.
As a safety precaution, students were moved to the other side of the school. The state fire marshal is investigating exactly what happened. I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
It's not clear how plans announced by AstraZeneca to eliminate 3,000 jobs over 3 years will affect the Delaware workforce. The drug maker employs about 5,000 people in Delaware. The job cuts announced by AstraZeneca come on the heels of layoffs announced by Bank of America, Hercules, and Avon, all within the last month. More students want to get into UD. WDEL News continues in a moment.
You could spend your money at the gas pump, or you could spend it on those sexy pumps at your favorite store. Let Dart do the driving.
I do all my shopping with Dart. It's the most convenient way to shop the outlets, and it saves me money.
Now save even more. Get up to 40% off with a discounted Dart card online at dartfirststate.com or at your local Acme market.
At this rate, with the money I save riding Dart, I'll have a new pair of shoes every week.
Travel smart. Choose Dart.
A 21-year-old Wilmington man wanted for a weekend kidnapping has surrendered to police. Stephen Harden is accused of forcing a woman to withdraw money from an ATM Friday night, then holding her overnight so she could take out more money the next day. Accused accomplice Akeem Black was arrested earlier in the week. Police believe the two have been involved in other unsolved crimes. Another successful fundraising campaign for the United Way of Delaware. WDEL's Curtis Gray reports.
The celebration by volunteers, the corporate community, and supporters at Wilmington Senior Center on Thursday closes out the 06 United Way campaign headed by John and Kathy Burris. Kathy was unable to make the Wilmington stop. While there were some challenges, Burris says exceeding their original goal of $22.5 million made it all worth the effort.
$21.5 million was exceeded by $500,000, so we're proud to report that you all raised $22 million to exceed goal.
Ruthie Edwards is a Wilmington grandmom raising 2 grandchildren with help from the Grandparent Resource Center funded by the United Way.
They're a lot of help to me. I can have problems. I come down here and sit and talk to them about it, and I feel a whole lot better when I leave. When I first started, I felt though I didn't need anybody to help me tell me how to raise my grandkids and my son and stuff. But I've been coming for 5 years, and I really enjoy it.
Nurses were presented with a plaque for their hard work. The torch is now passed on to Connie Bond Stewart, CEO at PNC Bank and a member of the United Way Board to head the 07 campaign. I'm Curtis Gray, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The Office of Highway Safety wants your help stopping aggressive drivers. This year's Stop Aggressive Driving campaign includes road signs throughout the state encouraging you to call 911 to report aggressive and impaired drivers. When drivers see examples of aggressive driving like tailgating, weaving in and out of traffic, and running red lights, they're asked to call 911 They give a description of the car, a license plate number, and direction the vehicle was traveling. The University of Delaware has received 1,500 more applications than last year for the incoming freshman class. The school has already set a record, getting more than 22,000 applications so far for just over 3,400 spaces. Officials say it won't mean fewer Delaware students will be accepted. Rather, the competition will increase for out-of-state students. Much of the increase comes from students from nearby states, including New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, and Virginia. The Delaware women continue to roll. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcol.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware every weekday morning, 5:30 to 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the Delaware women's team recorded its most lopsided road win in 8 years with an 82-51 rout of VCU. Delaware opened the second half on a 12-0 run, putting the Hens up by 19. Tyresa Smith had a game-high 23 points. Kyle DeHaven added a season-high 19 points. The Flyers' home losing streak continues on because they couldn't protect a lead in the final minute of the game. The New Jersey Devils tied the game with under a minute remaining in regulation, then beating the Flyers 6-5 in overtime. The Flyers have now lost 12 straight at home. And pitcher Brett Myers has agreed to a 3-year, $25 million contract extension with the Phillies. Myers was 12-7 last year with a 3.91 ERA. He's won at least 11 games for the Phils for each of the last 4 seasons. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: cloudy with some snow, sleet or rain early, then a couple of snow or rain showers later this afternoon, a high 41. Clearing tonight, low 24. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of just 34. And Sunday, sun and clouds with a high just 25. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.